special silent retreat. And my aim is to write about 1,000 words a day. So I feel really motivated to do that. I love writing. The stories and the words that I create are literally part of my soul, and it's a very vulnerable thing to share them. I had so much fun and it was really exciting, but just as excited as I was, I felt just as anxious, and imposter syndrome was hitting me really bad. Seeing like her face, my main character's face, and talking about her with someone who genuinely cared about me, who genuinely cared about my characters, was like a piece of heaven. Thank you. Hello! It is Friday afternoon and officially the start of Thanksgiving break. Yay! Hello, if you're new here, my name is Eunice Tan. I am 19 years old and I'm a university student majoring in creative writing and minoring in journalism. And I am super excited that school has ended today for the start of Thanksgiving break. My Thanksgiving break is not going to be very normal compared to that of most people in America, because most of my family is on the other side of the world in Malaysia, which is where I'm from, and my parents do currently reside in another state in America, but it just costs too much money to travel all the way there because they are really far away from my state where I attend university. So because of that, my Thanksgiving is going to be spent here on campus in the sort of abandoned grounds of school with no one else around. Well, my boyfriend's staying here too because he's an international student as well. So it'll be sort of the both of us taking on an abandoned campus, you know. I didn't mean to give off like apocalyptic zombie world vibes, but it is what it is. The intentions that I'm setting for this Thanksgiving break is this. I'm not gonna make the mistake that I've made so many times before of making a break the opportunity for me to do the work that I always wanted to do. Like, of course, I'm going to do the things that I love to do. Like, I'm going to write some of my novel that I've been working on. I'm currently in the middle of chapter 3, and I'm going to make some crafts with my boyfriend. I'm going to read some books that I've been piling up. So of course I'm going to do the things I want, but I'm not going to turn my break into like another work opportunity. Do you know what I mean? I think I've always made this mistake of like diving right into like my work at the beginning of my break, my personal projects, which I treat as work because I'm a very internally driven person. I'm very much an achiever at heart. It's like I would finish school one day and then the next day would be the first day of break, and I'll like wake up early with my whole like schedule and productivity plan, you know, and I'll be like, okay, let's dive into writing chapter 2 or whatever, and then I would just be blank, and then I'll start hating on myself and beating myself up for not being productive and not being optimal. But the thing is, the issue was my expectation of myself to always to be working and functioning like a machine when I am human and so are you, and we need moments where we do absolutely nothing. No matter how productive you want to be, no matter how efficient, how prolific of a writer that you want to be, you need moments where you're doing absolutely nothing, where you're not writing a single word, where you're just doing things for the sake of doing them, and you're just being for the sake of being. And that is my goal for this whole Thanksgiving break, especially the first few days. I'm going to set aside the first few days as sacred. Yes, you know, like Sabbath, you know, it was set aside to be sacred. So I'm going to treat them, specifically the first few days, as a Sabbath, because I'm going to not to dive into my novel, but instead take times for silence outside of nature. We're going to go on a silence retreat, and that's going to be amazing. I plan to read some Mary Oliver poetry, some scriptures, and the book The Artist's Way by Julie Cameron. I am just so excited for that time where the only sounds are the sounds of nature. And my boyfriend and I were gonna split apart. Well, we'll know where each other are, but we won't be able to see each other because it's about solitude and silence, which are things that we don't get during the school year because the world is too noisy. So, that's an example of things, of leisure, like slowing down. That's gonna be the focus of the first few days. And then after that, when I have an opportunity to just clear my mind, then I will start working on my novel chapters. And that way it can be more of the initial joy and delight that you found in that hobby or project in the first place, So I encourage you to sort of take on a similar format for your holidays. Of course, there's no fixed format for any holiday, but basically take some time to just be, and then start working on something only if you have that impulse to work on it, not because you have to, because you don't have to do anything. It's the break, and this is the break to be thankful for so many things, including yourself and just wonderful delights and wonders around you and the people and the nature surrounding you. So let's go and have a memorable, peaceful, restful, exciting Thanksgiving break. Good morning! Today is Saturday, November 19th, and it is the first day of Thanksgiving. I woke up at 11:10 a.m. this morning, and I feel great about it. Normally, I wake up at about 5:30 a.m. or 6:30 a.m., like really early, and I love that because I get to see, the sky when it is still dark, and then the progression into bright morning. But I also loved waking up late today because my body and my soul and my mind really needed it. And I'm so proud of myself for being glad about waking up late today. I know that sounds funny, but it shows that I have the ability to be disciplined with myself and also gentle on myself. And that is like the ultimate goal that I've been wanting in my self-improvement journey recently, because I really struggle with self-doubt and fears and beating myself up because of like really high expectations and all sorts of stuff, which I'm sure a lot of you relate with, perfectionism, imposter syndrome. But this shows that things are taking a change, things are getting better. So I woke up and I had been playing soft piano music on my phone, like next to my bed, so when I woke up it was like so magical. And then I just spent some time soaking in the music and being thankful, like saying out loud the things that I'm thankful for and just praise it. My boyfriend's gonna come over and we're gonna do a workout together. I've not been working out, and it's something that I want to do again because it's really good for my body and for my health. I used to over obsess about it, but now I am not, and that's another sign of great improvement. But instead, I'm thinking of it as a fun way to do something together with my boyfriend, and also just to make myself stronger, because I really don't want to get sick as many times as I did this year. So it's gonna be great. After the workout, we're gonna cook some chicken, rice, and then for the rest of the day, it's leisure. And I'm gonna get to do you see this stack of books here? Literally, if you look at their titles, you can see what's my passion. It's a lot of writing and story structure. And this one's about like whether you should go to an MFA in creative writing or whether you should go to New York City. Immediately, like, two different worlds of writing. I'm excited to dive into all those books. It's gonna be great. Also, my boyfriend and I started a K-drama last night called Alchemy of the Souls on Netflix. It's really popular, like fantasy, historical fantasy K-drama, and it's been great so far. I think we finished episode 2. The plot and the characters are all like really exciting, so can't wait to continue more of that today. Woo, let's go! lunch is served. Oh, cooked by the wonderful boyfriend who almost started a fire in the kitchen. But we're alive and we're fine and about to eat. Yay! And we're going to enjoy this wonderful chicken rice lunch. Alchemy of the souls. Woohoo! Let's go! I'm so far!
Are you getting warmer over there by the TV?
The mint chocolate almond butter sort of cake thingy is done. Woohoo!
거기엔 얼음불의 힘으로 만들어낸 요상한 물건들이 갇혀있다. 당나귀, 귀도 똑같네.
We're home. Dun, 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 dun. Oh.
That's where it is. That's where it is.
Yeah.
Good morning. It's 5:50 a.m. in the morning. I literally just woke up. Today is Monday, and I am really excited for today because today is going to be a special silent retreat that my boyfriend and I have planned. So what we're gonna do is we're going to firstly cook a little congee for breakfast to warm ourselves up, and then we're gonna do some prayer, and then we're gonna split up and him to, you know, some corner of the building of his own, and then me to my own, and then we're gonna do 4 sessions, so that's 4 hours of individual silence. I'm so looking forward to it, and in those times of silence we're gonna just do our own individual like reading of scriptures, prayer, just like meditation. Yeah, it's gonna be great. Previously, I just want to say this about silence. It used to scare me so much because when you minimize your external silence, you maximize the noises inside of you. So, you know, all the noises inside of you just get louder when things are silent, and that's why people are afraid of silence, especially in our modern, you know, bustling society, I feel like. But once you get all those noises out, especially through journaling in my experience, then there's such an amazing peace that comes out of it that just sweeps over you, and such a serenity that is unachievable without silence. Silence is essential for us to live the thriving lives that we want to live. So yeah, and there's a special quietness, a special silence that comes in the early morning, which is why we decided to wake up this early. So I'm gonna get started at 6 a.m. Yep, I'm gonna go meet him, and we're gonna have a great day of restful, intentional silence, self-discovery, and connecting with creation through just being. Let's go. This is what we're doing this Thanksgiving.
This over.
Wow. Look at that. Oh. Yeah. Hello. Today is a sunny day. It is Tuesday, November 22nd, and so far it's been 4 days. This is our 4th day for Thanksgiving break. Yay! How's it been going so far, Sunkid?
It's been good. It's relaxing.
Oh yes. We had a great silent retreat yesterday. We spent 4 hours in silence. And yeah, and then we continued watching more K-drama. But it was great. Today is quite a special day. It's our projects day. So Sunkid here will be working on his computer science programming project, and I'll be working on my novel. And I've come up with a goal for myself. I've calculated the number of words that I need to write by the end of this year and the days left in this year, and my aim is to write about 1,000 words a day. So I feel really motivated to do that. I love writing, as I've made very clear, not just the product but the process, and I'm trying to embrace that process. Let's go and do our best and write and enjoy the process. Right now, before we go to the library, I am on a mission. I have been creating a treasure hunt with my classmate as part of our final project for this really awesome class. And so as part of the treasure hunt, we have riddles, which are like super zoomed in pictures of like the location that we want them to find. So I'm here at our science building trying to find the specific plaque that I'm gonna zoom into and take a picture of. So, on a mission! Woo! The hunt was done, and once again this has confirmed how directionally challenged I am on a campus where I have studied for the past 3 years, but it's okay. The secret thing is done, and then I realized that my boyfriend is actually gonna participate in this treasure hunt, and I spoiled one of the clues for him, but who cares? It's okay.
I'll just feign ignorance.
Yeah, he'll just feign ignorance. He's good at that stuff because he's good at keeping the same face in various situations. But now on to the library. Hi, here I am in the empty library. Pretty much empty. We've only bumped into like 2 people, but which is so nice because I love it when places are not crowded. I just wanted to take this opportunity to give a little update on my novel situation. So, recently, I shared my story with my writing partner. She is one of my best friends, and she had shared the story of her novel project with me. So I shared mine with her, and it was such an encouraging experience. I must say that sharing one story really brings up a lot of feelings of anxiety, because for me it was the first time that I shared that much about a writing project that I was working on with someone before it was done, and that brought up a lot of anxiety in me, and I literally had to take out my journal and start writing in there. You know, go away fear and doubt, go away fear and doubt, go away fear and doubt. I like wrote that over and over and over again, and I mean that didn't solve things, but it definitely was part of the process of like purging myself of that fear and doubt. But what really hit home was me realizing that it's totally normal to feel this way, because the stories and the words that I create are literally part of my soul, and it's a very vulnerable thing to share them. So that was something really important that I needed to learn. And then once I got through that, I had a really exciting time of sharing about characters and stories with my friend. and it was just so fun. My friend started to draw fan art of my main character, and that just brought so much joy to me. Yeah, he knows about that. Just both of us in the library. And that brought so much joy to my soul, because these were characters that are so close to my heart and that I had been thinking about so much, and then actually seeing like her face, my main character's face, and talking about her with someone who genuinely cared about me, who genuinely cared about my characters, was like a piece of heaven. I was so happy and feeling so thankful. I'm immensely thankful for her, and it's been such a joy helping her through her story as well as she helps me. And so I just wanted to share that it's always really hard to open up when it comes to like, you know, writing partners and people who help to be like fellow peers or mentors in your writing journey, but it really is worth it. I'm not telling you to like announce to the entire world or like on Twitter the plot of your story. Please do not do that. Of course, exercise discretion and only share it with people with whom you feel safe and people you trust. But when you do find someone who actually wants to help you in your writing and you connect brilliantly as fellow writers, then just giving yourself that little push, that little nudge, and telling yourself it's all going to be okay, and sharing your insecurities with that safe, trustworthy person. And they'll probably share some insecurities that they feel too, because that's what I did. I felt really anxious, and then I reached out to her and I told her, you know, I was like, I'll be honest, I had so much fun and it was really exciting, but just as excited as I was, I felt just as anxious, and imposter syndrome was hitting me really bad. And then she helped to reassure me and told me that she understood why I would feel that. And it's gone a lot better because I was so open with her. Being open is one of the hardest things, especially if it's concerning a work of writing. As a writer, I must say that's one of the hardest things for me to share with people. And definitely I've learned not to show it to everyone or anyone, but when I have chosen to share it with the people who are valuable to me in my life and people who have experience to give me insights of advice, I have definitely reaped so many benefits, and I'm so thankful for them because those memories have brought me so much joy and delight. So that's just a little word of encouragement. Yeah, as for where my novel is, I am currently finishing up chapter 3, and as I said earlier, my goal is 1,000 words a day, and that should bring me to finishing the halfway point of my book, which is chapter 15, by the end of this year. And then I have this really exciting class I'm so excited for. It's like a one-on-one tutorial with my fiction writing professor, and we're basically going to work through me writing the second half of my novel. Yeah, it'll be a sort of accountability thing, so I am very excited for that. So let's get writing. Let's get this thing down, and we got this. I'm cheering you on wherever you are in your writing. Literally, if you just want to reach out or send me a comment or something, I would love to chat about it and to help. So we got this. It is 4:05 p.m. About 3 hours has passed, and my word count of the day is currently sitting at 1,505. Yay! I have surpassed the 1,000 word count goal for today. I'm very proud of myself. Through a sudden spear of passion and inspiration, I spit out 2,202 words today. Woo! And that brings my manuscript to a total of 12,547 words so far. Yay! I am so proud of myself. 2,202. I doubled my goal. Woo! Let's go. Please be open. We have arrived at Starbucks. It is Wednesday, and we're gonna continue working on my writing and his programming.
Yes.
Let's go, and let's hope that they're open the day before Thanksgiving. Let's see. Please be open. Yes! I've just left Starbucks, and this was another writing session success. In this session, I achieved about 1,500 words. So that's great! About 500 words over my limit. Not as much as yesterday, but it's all perfectly good. And this session, I learned to have grace for myself, to accept the fact that at the beginning of a writing session, it's always the hardest. Sometimes I have to sit there and just read through what I previously wrote the day before for like an hour, and that's okay. And then I can get into writing, and then it's all good. So that's something that I'm learning, that it's okay if I don't write 1,000 words in exactly 1 hour like some other people. For me, it takes a little longer because I like to pay attention to everything that I write and make sure that it's good quality. And that's okay because I still did a good job. And all of us have different paces of writing, different qualities that we like to produce for a first draft. And for me, the quality is really important, and it's not just all about getting the words on the page, but getting good words on the page, which I can go back and refine later, but I still give it my all in the moment, and sometimes that takes a little more time. So it was a good session. My boyfriend just got groceries. Ching! And now we're going to go cook dinner. Yay! I find it so fascinating that there are dead trees and green trees and sort of dead orange trees and full red trees all next to each other in one place. That's crazy.
They're not technically dead, but they don't have
Okay.
dead leaves.
Yes. No. Leaveless tree. Fine. Thank you for being technical, Mr. Technical Guy. And that's just something that's so like they're just like all next to each other, you know? That is one thing I'm thankful for this Thanksgiving. The diversity of fall. I mean, fall going into winter-ish. What is something that you're thankful for this Thanksgiving, dear?
Quite a bit. I mean, the air that we breathe, the food that we eat, school. Though
Thankful for
sometimes
school?
I don't like it.
That's
Education.
great. No, I am super thankful for that too. And it's truly such a gift, especially for us as international students. I feel like the opportunity that we've gotten to come all the way here for education and to be able to have the funds for that is truly a blessing. And it's really setting us up for the future, so thank you. We're super joyful and we're gonna make the most of every single day through the little things. Yay! And thankful for you.
Thank you.
And thankful for you. Just another wonder thing about nature. Look, doesn't this look like the sky of a completely different day? And then this is like the sky of another completely different day? And they're like right next to each other. Like dark and stormy day, and then like light pink and fluffy cotton candy clouds. That's crazy. And it's so beautiful. Wow. Happy Thanksgiving. This wraps up this Thanksgiving vlog. I hope you've enjoyed coming along with me in these simple days of warmth, staying in, writing my novel at Starbucks and in the library, and Thanksgiving with friends. I hope that you had a great Thanksgiving, and remember that any day can be a Thanksgiving as long as you just remind yourself of things that you're thankful for and live it out with delight and create joy through the little things around you. Sending you love, and if you would like to join me in more delightful days of focusing on the little things to make a big change and finding the joy in writing and other artistic manifestations of the creative soul, then please follow me by pressing the subscribe button below and the like button as well. That will really help me and truly make my day. So thank you so much, and I'll see you again next time.